Listen up, people. I don't know quite how to explain this to you, but this whole idea that I have no idea that I've lost, that I don't have enough confidence, that I have, what is it? Oh yeah, don't quite know my worth, talk down to myself, all this sort of stuff. I've been, pretty messed up lately, right? Because something hasn't been sitting right. And like I said the other day when I lost my temper, and I said that I'm pretty, I don't know what it is, but there's something about, everything that just stinks, okay? Well, I'm a lot more intuitive than even you realise, and I'm a lot more intelligent or brilliant than you realise, and I've pretty much worked out exactly what's going on. Because, like I said before, the brain and the intuition is supposed to work together. That's the human condition. That's when, and the only way it's going to do that is to be authentic. Now, every time lately, not every time, but every day, I see right through the flowers that are being blown up my ass. I see the psychological warfare. I see the suggestion. I see the reverse psychology. I see everything. Now, as of now, there will be no more creativity. None. Why? I think you know why. Okay? There'll be no more singing online. There'll be no more the more I get to know about technology and stuff, like my phone, okay? The apps that it's got, the ads, I read it all about, even reading a little bit about ADS, not ADDS, okay? Reading a bit more about, just a little bit about that and why, my stuff is copyrighted, okay? Just even that little delve into there, I picked up why nothing that I want to put on my channel or none of the channels that I make have any traffic at all, okay? Because I know why, all right? I also now understand why my phone calls are redirected, why there's about 18 different apps in my phone that do exactly the same fucking thing, and that's basically control my phone and what happens with it. Who rings me, who I ring, who I send messages to, who I fucking email, who emails me, right? No wonder I can't get anything done or get to the bottom of anything because I'm not meant to, and it's got nothing to do with my soul journey anymore. That is not going to fly. Why? I'll tell you why. Because I know my soul and I know I've done the work. I've done the work inside and out. I put my everything into everything. And why do I do it? I do it because I love it. And I love myself and I love people and I love social justice. And I love smoking. But besides that, okay? So, and telling me that this is a soul contract that I agreed to before I came down here, bullshit. I know exactly what I agreed to when I came down here. I know why I had hardships. I know because I'm the real deal and I've heard it. I've got the download. I know why. So telling me or trying to, like I said, psychological warfare, trying to tell me, right, that I'm under some kind of contract. You know what? All I need is one fucking decent person in this world, just one, with integrity, that has got a bit of push, and this all comes down like a fucking house of cards. The reason that I've been delayed, the reason that I'm not allowed to see anything and all this sort of shit, right? The reason that my phone's redirected, the reason why I get cut off from real people of influence or anything like that in this world, that I'm having real conversation, the reason I get cut off from them and they just disappear or, the reason why, it's because somebody or many people are making sure that that's the case. Because nobody wants me to have that contact with the outside fucking world. Why? Because then you couldn't make money off me. You couldn't pay me less than I'm worth. Trying to tell me that I've got to prove that I'm doing this for love before I get any money is fucking bullshit. I've proved that I do this for love for years. I don't have to prove shit. And neither does anyone else that earns money. So don't use that fucking crap with me. Go on, send the police around now to shut me up. Why don't you? This is fucking bullshit. And you wonder why I'm angry, right? I wonder why I've been confused and whatever. I know my worth. I know what I create is fucking brilliant. And I know that I have good ideas, right? And you've tried to get me to believe that everyone's looking after my interests, or somebody is. You've tried to get me to believe that, things are delayed because of COVID or this or that or anything else, or it's because, it's part of my soul journey. You know what? That's crap. I know it's crap. It's absolute crap. And I also know that I get some truth. I get a lot of fucking twists on the truth. And I also know that while I am sitting in abject poverty, I know I've generated a lot of money. A lot. And I also know that everyone else is getting paid, but I'm not. What? And that's got nothing to do with my soul journey. It's got everything to do with the fact that you don't want me to have any resources that I can use to actually get myself and you separated. I'm not Britney Spears, okay? And I won't be treated like it, and I won't be a slave. There is modern slavery laws. I'm in Queensland, blah, blah, blah. Well, we're going to start looking into that very shortly because, I've made a lot of connections here and fucking here, right? And everything has just, in this brilliant mind of mine, has just gone ding, 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 ding. Hasn't stopped for the last 3 or 4 days. So, yeah. Okay? Why am I saying this? Because it's true. Why? What's the other reason for me saying it? Because I want to let those that actually do give a fuck know that I'm aware now. So now, let's even the playing field, shall we? I know who, I just know, right? And that's the only viable reason that any of this, when I get down to the nitty gritty of what this is all about, it's all about fucking money. That's what it's all about. It's all about money. It's all about pinching ideas. It's all about people glorifying themselves. And making sure that you can get into my fucking data, my private data, so that you can erase what I've done. Where's everything out of my drive? All my fucking riffs, you come into the house and you steal my fucking words? Man, no. Don't, and then you try to use all this psychology on me that it's because, you fucking fuck off, all right? And I'm not the only one that's noticed. I'm just the one that's taken the longest to notice. While other people stand there wringing their hands going, when is the fucking penny going to drop? Don't hold a grudge, forgive, blah, 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 blah. Listen. I've been nice about this. I have tried every fucking way, and I'm a good communicator, remember, to tell you that I know, and to just put everything on the table and negotiate with me. I'm telling you now, right now, that all of this is going to come back and bite your ass so bad. I don't care how big your fucking conglomerate is. I don't care how fucking exalted you are. Because I've got nothing to lose. I have no freedom. And I'm milked like a fucking cow. And I'm still living in abject poverty. So, what have I got to lose? And I don't care what people find. I couldn't give a fuck what anyone found out. I couldn't give a shit. I've got nothing to hide. I've got the courage in my convictions. And I think I've proved to everybody watching or anybody that's a part of this that it doesn't matter. You are not what people do to you. You are not what people say you are. You are not how much money you make. You are not subject to popular opinion. You are not your brand. Because at the end of the day, you are what you are inside. You cannot run away from that. You cannot disguise it. It will come out. And by me getting to an authentic state, and because I am, not faltering, you're afraid of me. And I fucking would be too. I know who I am, and I know the effect I have on people, and I am glad that I am a good soul. But if you think that I'm going to let you use that for your own fucking gain or to feed you while I sit here with no fucking recognition for what I do, no fucking credit, no money, so that I can't move and do shit about shit. And the whole reverse psychology thing of, oh man, you're dirty. You are dirty. You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. So, I have a lot more in me, a lot more good ideas, a lot more creativity. Now I know why I didn't write one fucking song, one original this whole time. Not one really. Maybe got off the ground a bit, but not to the caliber it would be now that I can do now. All I need you thieving bastards. So, guess what? If I'm not all that, then I will be able to shrink away into obscurity. I'll be left alone to try it on my own. Now, I've tried that. I mentioned this last week, that's what I wanted to do. But you're not going to let that happen. So why won't you let that happen? Because you want to control everything, because you don't want me to, because you know I can do it on my own. Well, I would have to say that I'll be underestimating myself, my judgment, and my friend. If I was to say that, oh dear, I really have painted myself into a naive little pickle, haven't I? How am I going to be able to get out from under this to even get the support I need? You're so caught up in what's in it for you and what you can get that you really don't know what it feels like to actually give a fuck and have compassion for other people. You don't even know the laws of being a loyal person. You don't know how strong and silent and unassuming and humble people really are. Or how intelligent or how strategic. But you're going to find out very soon. Unbelievable. Seriously. No wonder you talk down to me like I'm a child. Or like I don't know any better. I'm good, aren't I? Hey? He's great. Couldn't have asked for a better leader, a better source, a better universe. So now that I've let that cat out of the bag, let's see what actually does eventuate. It should be interesting. I don't know how I worked it out, but I can read people like a fucking book now. I can read intention in everything, no matter what you dress it up as, no matter how many times you pick on it. And the more you do it, the more I see it. So yeah, I've got you to thank for that. But it's funny because I wouldn't need any of that if it wasn't for people like you. I love the way you fucking try to keep me away from the record companies telling me to stay independent. Because that's the way to go. Fuck off. You don't want me anywhere near a record company or a coaching one because shit. They might realise I've got some talent and actually sign me, and I might actually fucking then actually have a contract that's on the fucking table. So let's make them as dirty as we can. Because I was awake up to fucking propaganda fucking years ago, in my 20s. I'm also very aware of legalities and how things actually work. I've been in this business for a fucking hell of a long time. I'm aware that I don't get the emails that I'm supposed to get. I'm also aware that someone's taken it upon themselves to, marry me? If I'm aware, that means somebody else has made me aware. Now that's been the lesson. Why didn't they come to my fucking aid before? Because that was the lesson. To see whether I could save myself. Because that's just so much more hard-hitting and more inspirational than somebody rushing in to save me, isn't it? Well, Well, now I don't need saving. What I need is this is the call. There we go. In the words of Dave Graham, this is the call. See, my mind's just popping off now. Pop, 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 pop. I wonder if that story is true as well. I find that rather hard to believe. See, as far as I understand it, the laws of copyright and whatever now, and technology has come so far, that I don't even think the developers know exactly what the fuck is going on and what can be done. And while you've been busting your fucking ass trying to keep me fucking distracted, well, you've basically boobed yourself. Forgive? I won't even think about it again. Hold a grudge? What's the point? But befriend you or work with you? Fuck no. So, if that's the challenge, let's see if, with no resources and no money, whether Naomi can still get herself out of here. You might want to start running a sweepstake or something, because it's about all the money you're going to fucking get out of me, or the resources you're going to get out of me anymore. So like I said, creativity stops here. And that's not me not wanting to share. I've been very sharing. And I still want to share, just with the right people. With the people that deserve it. With the people that are my people, like me. Not with head fucking fuck boys and fuck girls. Okay? That run around basically making a living out of trawling everyone else's gifts. So, do I know my worth? I've got a pretty fair idea. And I've been undersold, underpaid, and overworked and overused. And you will be overexposed. And so will anything that's mine. And like I said, the perfect punishment, I know what God's going to do. I know already. It's done. He just hasn't flicked the switch yet. I had to strike the match and throw it in, because that's what we always do, him and me. Well, I guess that's what I'm doing right now. And you can rest assured that, like you said, like you've told me right from the beginning, anything that happens to you is your own fault. It's from your own choices and your actions and what you've done. I'm not indecisive, lovely. What I am is very decisive. But just like I don't like to be misunderstood, I don't care what you think of me, but just make sure you don't misunderstand me. Right? Well, unbelievable. Just, you know. And that's my mission. This is my mission. This whole thing has been my mission. There'll be some there now going, yes, and will totally get it. And the ones that don't, you will. You've been so busy trying to teach me that you've stopped your own growth where it's important. And this is a prime example to the whole world why spirituality, going within, having integrity, loving, coming from a place of love and loving people and loving yourself, and why trusting yourself and why all of that is so much more powerful and feels so much better than lies and bullshit and living a lie and scheming and scamming. Even world events, everything is going to come together in one catalyst to prove that. And that's been my part of this whole mission. This part. got a feeling that things are in place. I've got a feeling that that's why. That's the divine timing, not your timing. Your timing is bullshit. But it does coincide pretty much with divine timing, except that, like you say, I'm 5 steps ahead usually, so we're a little bit early. You're not ready. Well, that's your fucking problem, right? Because you underestimated me again, and you underestimated the power of love, and you underestimated the power of the good cunt society. And you underestimated your power to move people. And not what you see through your ads or your propaganda or your fear tactics or your fucking reverse psychology or whatever. None of that. The power to move people with compassion and disgust. And how to awaken this sense of justice and righteousness. But everything that's been done in the world in the last 2 years, yeah, it's moved people, believe me. To a massive, massive degree. I think there's going to be a shift in anxiety. Anxiety is another way to mask power. It's a way, when you are holding in power and a sense of excitement, and innately you know, your higher self knows that you can't let it out. Give the game away or whatever. It turns into anxiety. And that's why you've got a lot of people walking around with anxiety, right? And they're all going to be switched on. I think a lot of them are already, to what it really is. Probably even as I'm saying it. It is personal power that is just dying to be released. Or to at least be worn. Because with the personal power comes authenticity and the real self. So, yeah. Shame, shame, shame. You'd be surprised what love will make people do. People are prepared to die for love, they're not prepared to die for fear though. Really are they? If anything, fear makes them do anything they can not to die. I'm not saying it's going to be mass suicide or anything like that, but I'm just saying that's the difference in the power. That's the difference of, you know, what'll move people. What they'll be prepared to do or not do, because it feels good to hold their ground. martyrs, you know, the whole thing of the martyrs being fried on the fucking pyres and hung on fucking, you know. It wasn't just about religion. It was about the fact that it felt good to stand in their truth and not dirty that or sully it with flipping. There's something about good. It felt, you know, you could die with a fucking smile on your face because it felt right. Because part of you knew that you could never go back. To being empty and filthy. So all those people out there that are struggling at the moment, but you've got love in your heart like you've never had before, give way. Don't let go, give way to your personal power. And your love for love. Because that's another thing. Trying to say you're in love with love in such a way to belittle it and make it sound like that was a flippant or what do you call it? Fickle thing. It's not. It's the best. It is the ultimate state of being, to be in love with love. Because you'll do anything for it. And you'll do anything to have more of it. And to see more of it. And the happiness and just sense of equilibrium you get within yourself, living that, especially in the face of adversity, is, well, it's better than any fucking drug or any addiction you could ever wish for. Nothing satisfies like it. Nothing calms the mind or, you know, nothing changes perception to such a beautiful state. It's where you can perceive happiness in even the littlest things. And it's a very appreciative state to be in. As opposed to gratitude, which is wanting. It's ingratiating. It's depreciating. But being appreciative is not. A big difference. I've also seen that as well. Okay? You should be more grateful. Like for getting fucked over. I'm appreciative of the lessons I've learned from it. Yeah, sure. But I'm not going to be grateful to you for those lessons. Because I did it all, not you. You just created the pain. I'm the one that learned the lessons. I'm the one that turned it into something positive, not you. I'm the one that had enough love in her heart to actually turn it into something positive, not you. It's like, do we thank a fucking treadmill or a barbell for building up our muscles? No. love, love. Love, love, love.